her racket in hand, she's like a magician with a wand.
Although startling revelations are common in the tennis world, what the Australian Open just disclosed has left both players and fans stunned. The renowned competition has extended an enormous $5 million contract to none other than Coco Gauff, requesting that she participate in an exhibition match with Jannik Sinner in the 2026 Australian Open. The tennis community has been shocked by this unexpected offer. Additionally, it has been a difficult blow for one player in particular, Aryna Sabalenka. After her outstanding accomplishments in recent years, Sabalenka, who has been riding high as one of the best players in the world, undoubtedly expected to be the one receiving such prestigious offers. However, the Australian Open has chosen to focus on the more youthful and dynamic Coco Gauff. Many people are questioning why Gauff hasn't yet taken the top spot after this incredible move by the Australian Open. Being granted such a huge opportunity is one place in the rankings. Sabalenka, the top-ranked country in the world right now, is overlooked. Let's examine the significance of this offer and its implications for Sabalenka's career as well as Coco Gauff's ascent in the tennis world. The Australian Open surprised everyone by announcing that Coco Gauff would get an incredible $5 million to play an exhibition match with Jannik S at the 2026 tournament. The growing interest in Gauff's star power both on and off the court is demonstrated by this offer, which wasn't just any offer. Since making her breakthrough at Wimbledon in 2019, Gauff has been a tennis prodigy. The Australian Open is wagering that her popularity and capacity to draw large spectators make her the ideal contender for such a prestigious match, even if she hasn't yet attained the top spot in the WTA rankings. The timing of the offer is what makes this really startling. Aryna Sabalenka, who has dominated women's tennis for the past few years, perhaps anticipated being the recipient of such a prominent exhibition. Sabalenka has established herself as one of the tour's hardest-hitting players, and many thought it was only a matter of time until the top tennis tournaments called with hefty offers after securing the top spot. However, Coco Gauff receives the call instead. The Australian Open's decision is indicative of a broader trend in tennis, which has seen players like Sabalenka lose prominence in favor of newer talents like Gauff. Everyone is wondering why a player who is still rising in the rankings is being awarded a deal that many think should have gone to the current world number one. For a while now, Sabalenka has been regularly operating at the top level. She has gained the respect of both spectators and other players due to her powerful and aggressive style of play. With significant victories at competitions like the Australian Open, US Open, and WTA Finals, Sabalenka's ascent to the top has been well-earned. She has been close to being the dominant player in women's tennis. It makes sense that a player with Sabalenka's level of success would anticipate being at the top of all upcoming big tennis tournaments. Sabalenka probably experienced shock and disappointment when the Australian Open revealed its multi-million-dollar offer to Gauff. In women's tennis, she had been at the forefront, but suddenly it was obvious that someone else was taking center stage. Despite not yet holding the top spot in the rankings, Coco Gauff has been catapulted into the spotlight after being given the chance to lead a significant exhibition match at the Australian Open. This is a difficult pill to swallow for Sabalenka. She would have thought that her standing, her on-court accomplishments, and her expanding fan base would be sufficient to guarantee that she would be the one to get such proposals. Rather, Gauff, the rising star who hasn't yet secured the top spot, is receiving a lot of attention. Sabalenka has put in a lot of effort to get to the top, therefore it must hurt to watch someone else given chances that she had only ever dreamed of. So why is Sabalenka left wondering where her next big deal will come from while Coco Gauff receives the $5 million offer? The explanation is found in both her captivating demeanor and her indisputable skill on the court. Coco, there is more to Gauff than just playing tennis. She is a worldwide sensation with the capacity to draw enormous attention from both marketers and fans. Golf is an impressive sport on the court. She is a rising star because of her ability to combine strength and grace with her mental tenacity under duress. Gauff is a lively and thrilling player, and both casual and die-hard tennis fans have come to love her. Tennis fans all across the world have taken notice of her on-court exploits, and it's obvious that she has the potential to represent women's tennis for many years to come. However, Gauff's demeanor off the court distinguishes her from many of her colleagues. Her charm and unparalleled ability to engage audiences have made her a prime target for significant sponsorships and collaborations. Fans, sponsors, and brands find Gauff endearing and accessible due to her modest personality, youthful enthusiasm, and love of the game. She can market not just tennis, but also the way of life that comes with being a top athlete. Gauff has developed her own brand in addition to her accomplishments on the court. In addition to landing prominent endorsement arrangements with well-known businesses like Bose and New Balance, she has garnered media attention for her diplomatic tour of China. She is now more than just a tennis player thanks to these off-court endeavors. She now represents the sport internationally, and her impact goes well beyond the tennis community. Despite her achievements, Sabalenka has found it difficult to match this. Although Sabalenka is renowned for her aggressive approach and hard-hitting game, she hasn't gained the same level of popularity as Gauff. Although Sabalenka is unquestionably a formidable opponent on the court, her charisma off the court hasn't yet equaled Coco Gauff's. For this reason, even if Sabalenka is ranked higher, the Australian Open has chosen to invest in Gauff. Sabalenka is left to deal with the shifting realities of women's tennis as Coco Gauff keeps growing. Even while she is still the best player in the world, Gauff's explosive growth is beginning to eclipse her. Sabalenka has become accustomed to leading the tennis world. However, she suddenly finds herself in a situation where she must struggle for acknowledgement. The Australian Open's choice to award Gauff the $5 million exhibition match is not the only reason for this change in focus. It also has to do with the broader trend in women's tennis. Despite her accomplishment, Sabalenka is beginning to lose her position in the spotlight as it gradually shifts to the younger generation of athletes. For a player who once appeared poised to be the face of women's tennis for years to come, it's a difficult reality. In addition to her awareness issues, Sabalenka is currently having trouble landing brand deals. Sabalenka is left looking for an opportunity to extend her own sponsorship arrangements while Gauff is enjoying the benefits of profitable collaborations with well-known businesses. Her ongoing conflict with Adidas is the most obvious illustration of this. Despite her success on the court, Sabalenka is fighting to maintain her status as one of the brand's top athletes, but she is having trouble getting the same amount of attention from sponsors as Gauff. Seeing a younger player like Gauff steal the show must seem like a smack in the face to Sabalenka, who has spent years battling her way to the top. Sabalenka, who was once an irresistible force, is now dealing with the fact that she is no longer the first pick for important events or endorsements. Gauff continues to benefit from all the advantages that come with being a worldwide tennis sensation, but this change has left her struggling for attention and recognition. The emergence of Coco Gauff signifies a shift in the landscape of women's tennis. Even while Sabalenka is still ranked first, the new generation is beginning to overtake her in terms of sponsorship chances and media exposure. Gauff is the new face of tennis, and it's obvious that everyone wants to support her because of her mix of off-court appeal and on-court performance. This change poses a challenging task for Sabalenka. She has been a formidable force on the court, but as attention shifts to Gauff, she is struggling to hold onto her position. Although Sabalenka is still a top player, the future is in the hands of up-and-coming talent like Coco Gauff. The tennis world is changing. This circumstance is, in many respects, a reflection of a broader trend in athletics. The emergence of younger athletes who captivate businesses and fans in addition to performing at the top level. In tennis, Coco Gauff has come to represent this new era. It's also evident that the tennis world is changing, even though Sabalenka remains at the top of the rankings. Aryna Sabalenka is left to pick up the pieces as Coco Gauff continues to receive a lot of attention from the Australian Open. Although she is still the world's best player, her hold on the limelight is waning. Women's tennis has altered as a result of Coco Gauff's rise, and it's unknown what the future holds for Sabalenka. Will she maintain her dominance on the court and reclaim her spot in the spotlight? Or will Gauff be completely dominated by the younger generation of players? As of right now, Coco Gauff is the player to keep an eye on. The tennis community will be intently observing how Sabalenka reacts to this changing dynamic as she continues to gain high-profile chances and business deals. It's unclear if she'll be able to reclaim her status as tennis's biggest star, but one thing is for sure. Women's tennis appears to have a better future than before, and Coco Gauff is at the forefront. How do you feel about Coco Gauff being offered a $5 million exhibition match by the Australian Open? Do you think Gauff's growing on-court success and appeal off the court warrants such a huge opportunity? How are the dynamics of women's tennis affected by this change in emphasis from more established players like Sabalenka to younger athletes like Gauff? Is it fair that someone who hasn't even attained the top place was given preference over Sabalenka, the world number one? Lastly, do you believe Sabalenka can reclaim her position in the spotlight, or do players like Gauff really hold the key to the future of women's tennis? Leave a comment below with your opinions.